A week after a shooting at Evergreen High School shattered their sense of safety, students across our state walking out in class in solidarity today, pushing for action to prevent gun violence. Many of those walkouts happening at 12:24 this afternoon. That is the same time that the first deputy was dispatched to Evergreen High School a week ago.
A 16-year-old shooter shot and critically injured two students before taking his own life. Both of those victims still remain in the hospital in critical condition at last word. The family of one of those victims is speaking out for the first time since the shooting. 18-year-old Matthew Silverstone's uncle sat down with a former CBS Colorado photographer who works for the Jeffco Sheriff's Office these days to talk about Silverstone's ongoing recovery. He also talked about the support Matthew and his family have received since the tragedy, including the cards they've received. His uncle read one filled with gratitude.
I was in the building with all this, and I heard from many about how you were telling people to get away when they were coming back from lunch. I knew many of these people, and I cannot thank you enough for getting them out of there. You're truly a hero and such a kind person. So please get better soon.
Chris Kaler says Silverstone is still fighting. They are asking for the public's help in an online fundraiser as they navigate the possibility that his nephew could face a lifetime of health challenges.
We do have team coverage for you. The statewide push for action on gun violence. Your reporter in Denver, Jasmine Arenas, talked to students who walked out across the metro area.
Let's begin with Andrew Hobner tonight, your reporter in Jefferson County. And Andrew, you spoke with students in Conifer. That's less than 10 miles from Evergreen High at Conifer High as they marched in solidarity with a school that is at other times a sports rival.
Very much so, and you can actually see it the minute you get to Conifer High. The school rock here was painted the day after the Evergreen school shooting with the words EHS strong across the bottom of it. It's that type of connectivity between these two communities that was a deciding factor for many in taking to the streets today to demand that there be a solution of some type for the violence that they see in schools.
It started quietly as the first set of students walked down the hill from Conifer High School.
Nobody should be able to debate the fact that students should go to school safe.
But it soon became apparent that this wasn't a small group. Hundreds of students walking out of class in solidarity with their friends at Evergreen. Evelyn Sievers organized this walkout as Wednesday's events hit home in an unimaginable way.
I got a call from my dad. She had called him while she was running to say, "There's a shooter, I love you."
Her mom is a teacher at Evergreen and was in school last Wednesday.
They were like, text her, and I was like, what if I call her and she's trying to hide?
As Conifer students rushed to get more information, Sievers tried to come to terms with the worst.
From my perspective, I thought that my mom was dead.
That night, when the Sievers family reconvened, they thought about what to do.
I got in touch with my representative, Tammy Story. She's local. She's the one who actually told me about the statewide walkout. And for me, that gave me something to do. That gave me kind of a purpose of, I can organize this.
Which gave way to today's walkout, hundreds strong.
Why are we the ones having to pay for the violence that could be easily prevented in government right now?
Supported by students who say this shouldn't be a partisan debate about guns.
I don't think that it should be so much of an issue that schools are getting shot up every other week.
Trying to draw attention to a rational but unnecessary fear.
I've been trying to show my support for them in any way I can, but also it's kind of scary because it could happen to anyone.
Now, the challenge for many is how to continue this momentum and a call to action. That's something that the Conifer students now have to face as they try to make this statewide movement into something bigger. Just outside Conifer High School, I'm Andrew Hobner, covering Colorado First.
Andrew, thank you very much. Students at Columbine High School also walked out of class today to protest gun violence. They walked to the Columbine Memorial carrying signs calling for stronger gun laws. It has been 26 years since the Columbine massacre in which 13 people were killed. Students at Columbine today were not born yet when that shooting happened, but they say they still feel the weight of that horrible legacy.
Our school is known for the tragedy that happened here and that same kind of thing, so it kind of hits home for us. And it's important for us to be able to help out other schools that are experiencing terrible things that we are very acquainted with.
The Anti-Defamation League's research arm found evidence that the Evergreen shooter idolized the two students that carried out the Columbine attack, and had been radicalized online.
These walkouts happened all over our state. Many students in the Denver metro area took their cries for gun safety to the Capitol. They gathered in front of and on those front steps today, holding signs demanding change before marching around the Capitol. Your reporter in Denver, Jasmine Arenas, joins us live outside Maury Middle School. And Jasmine, you were also at the Capitol earlier today talking with many of those students and lawmakers as well.
Absolutely, Karen. And what we know is that Maury Middle School students walked out this morning, but also many other students from Denver area schools. And their message was simple. They want people to know that the movement is not necessarily about politics, but it's about protecting lives. From the Capitol,
I have never been in a shooting, but every time I hear a loud noise, I jump and duck. We are mad and we want change now.
To the streets. Students from surrounding area schools, including Maury Middle School, marched in solidarity, all demanding for more gun control.
And gun violence!
Grandparents like Barb Fullerton are tired.
It's touching everybody in so many ways, and that's really frightening. And we need to come together, because this is an issue that we all need to support.
Students like Grant Kramer say he knows their movement has been impactful, with lawmakers passing new gun laws this past session.
We've created change, but there's more to be done.
And for students like Nora Krause, the change begins at home.
Safe storage is the easiest way to prevent gun violence in order to make sure that people don't get the access to guns when they shouldn't have.
But gun violence is an issue that continues to loom in the lives of everyday Coloradans. Despite the laws Colorado has enacted in the last few years, according to the organization Everytown for Gun Safety, the gun violence in the state remains higher than the national average. An issue that keeps lawmakers on the prowl for more protection.
We have to do something different.
But organizers tell me that they do plan to head back to the Capitol during the next legislative session and, of course, turn their grief into change. I'm live in Denver. Jasmine Arenas covering Colorado First.
Jasmine, thank you very much.